Hello everyone. Thanks for the opportunity to present our project. So getting into our projects, we we use the data from the airline industry, which there was a customer satisfaction survey performed. So we use that data for like predicting the customer satisfaction from our models. So like this is the Kaggle link where we retrieve the data for our model. So this is the raw data where we got from the Kaggle. So it's like it has too much of data, so which is irrelevant to our project. So to clean the data, we perform ETL steps. Before that, we use some of the tools which are like RStudio, like and R scripting language and Tableau for visualization. So getting into ETL steps, like first we for cleaning the data, we have removed all the null values and replacing them with a zero. And next we had done on one hot encoding on the various categories like gender, customer type, and type of travel class, like where we wanted to convert the categorical data to statistical data. So like for the model just to have proper accuracy. So once that is done, so we have removed the unwanted columns which are not, so we could see like too much of data, like too many columns over there. Just to remove that unwanted columns, so we just remove everything. Like we just kept only the data columns which we needed for our model. So that will lead our like good accuracy at the end. So once the data is everything clean, so we just check for any null values. So like having more null values, so that would uh, make us like not getting the proper accuracy. So once data is clean, so like this is how the final data looks like. We just cleaned up everything, so no null values. So it's like this is satisfaction data. So everything we have it. So next, I want COVID to continue from here. So just COVID, please go ahead.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Kovid Sehgal, and I'm going to talk about Navebase and how we are implementing it in our project here. So first, I'll explain you what Navebase is. Navebase basically it's a classification technique based on Bayes theorem with an assumption of independence among predictors. So in simple terms, I would say Naive-Bayes classifier assumes that presence of a particular feature in a class is unrelated to the presence of any other feature. So in our project here, we have already installed the required packages, and after loading the, can you please change the slide? Thank you. So in this project, what we are doing is first we have already cleaned the data, and then we are installing the packages called E1071. This package contains all the libraries for Naive-Bayes, and the other package that we require in this one is ML matrices. And this ML matrices is used for F1 for predicting the F1 score. So how our data is related to Naive-Bayes? Because we are predicting the customer satisfaction with Naive-Bayes. So customer satisfaction is categorized in either ones or zeros. Zero meaning that the customer left unsatisfied, and one means that the customer was satisfied with the services provided. So here what we are doing is we are training it with the satisfied, and our Laplace is 1. Laplace, why do we use Laplace smoothing? Laplace smoothing is a smoothing technique that helps tackle the problem of zero probability. Basically, what happens is sometimes if you get a zero probability for one of the columns, I would say, and by using Naive-Bayes, if we do not remove it, it results in giving the entire probability to zero, and it's no good. So that's why we are using Laplace with the 1. Because I think the smoothing with 1 gives more accurate results than any other random number. So after that, we're using F1 score from ML matrices for predicting our results here. And here you can see that we have used Y predict, we have trained it as our result, and then true is satisfied and positive is equals to 1. And after running this, I get the accuracy of my model as 83, all approximately 0.84. So it's 84%, I would say. So now my team member Rohan Singla will explain you more about logistic regression.
Hi. Thank you,
Thank you.
Kovid. Thank you, Kovid. My name is Rohan. So I'm going to explain about logistic regression which is our second model. So why we are using logistic regression in our data set? Because our logistic regression is used like when an independent variable is is based on the binary form, that is zeros and ones. As COVID already explained, like our independent variable, that is the satisfaction, is a categorical value, that is zero corresponds to that the user is not satisfied, and one corresponds to the user is satisfied. So logistic regression belongs to the family of generalized linear model, which is based on like extension of the linear regression model. So this algorithm does not return directly the class of observations. It allows us to estimate the probability of class membership. So Abhishek, can you move forward slide? Yeah, Abhishek, can, yeah. So here in this for deploying this model on R, we have used some libraries called ML Matrix and the deployer. So you can see like here, after deploying this model, we got an accuracy like around 85% with the help of F1 score. So yeah, you can see we also have used the probabilities like to basically round off the output to zeros and ones, and after that, yeah, so our accuracy was around 85. So yeah, so now my friend Aragya will continue with the visualization part.
Hello everyone, my name is Arhu Datta, and thank you Rohan for your wonderful explanation. So we used the test data and we did the visualization in Tableau, and in this particular visualization, we divided the delay by the flight in minutes in 30 minutes of interval and did a bar graph presentation with the satisfaction of the customers. So from this visualization can conclude that the customers who are the most satisfied when there was no delay in the flight, and the customers were the least satisfied when there are a lot of delays. For example, from 90 minutes to 120 minutes. Those customers are the least satisfied. I'll go to the next visualization. So here we are showcasing a line chart among the age and the satisfaction. From here we can see the most of the flyers who flight from this airline were of age 39, and they are the most satisfied, and the least were of age 85. And we'll go to the next visualization, and this visualization we can see that the most of the satisfied flyers of this airline are loyal to this airline, and there's most of them in the future they use this airline only for their journeys. And in the next slide, we have concluded that we used two models, naive-Bayes and logistic regression, and from both of them, we got to know and we found it out that logistic regression gave us the best accuracy than the naive-Bayes, and it is best suitable for our data. Thank you, everyone.
So before concluding, I would like to add one more thing. In this project, our learning outcome basically was like we had to use a lot of models on our data set before concluding to the last two, logistic regression and naive-Bayes model. Other than that, we also tried using random forest, and in random forest, our output wasn't as expected. Like we were not getting the expected output, so we couldn't use it. So it was not correct for our specific data set. So the learning outcome basically is that we had to use lots of models and do kind of like a hit and trial, and at the end of the day, get what were the best models and best suitable models for our data set by the accuracy, like as high the accuracy is, and we can get whichever one is suitable. So by doing that, we predicted that logistic regression is the one that it will be the best model for our data set with an accuracy of over 85%. So this was our learning outcome, and thank you everyone for your dedicating your time to us, and I hope you liked it. And if you have any feedback for us, please don't hesitate to email any of us. We will get back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.